Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us on 13 Now, NewsChannel 13's new YouTube series giving you the latest headlines you need to know from the day. So let's go ahead and give you a positive update out of Fulton County, where a community searched for hours for a missing 8-year-old boy. Police say Sammy Wilson, as you see here, from Johnstown, climbed out of a window of his home around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. His parents told police Sammy has autism and left the house without their knowledge. They believed he was playing a game and possibly hiding from them. Shortly after 8 o'clock, police found the young boy safe and sound in a park. And moving on, Governor Hochul also announced nearly $70 million in funding for new child care programs. The funding will help underserved areas build new programs, cover startup and personal costs, as well as recruit, train, and retain staff. The legislation will also make diapers more affordable by exempting adult and child diapers from all sale and use taxes. There will also be more than 500 daycare slots for parents and guardians who work hours that are outside the traditional 9 to 5. And moving on, law enforcement officials in the capital region are raising concerns with the gun law that's going to take effect in New York on September 1st. The law were passed in response to the Supreme Court overturning a decades-old New York law restricting concealed carry weapons. Let's bring in our Stella Porter. She is here. She's been working on this story all day. And Stella, what concerns do police have about this?
Well, Tessa, some of these concerns were raised at a meeting last night, and this new set of laws that gets at concealed carry weapons is set to take effect on September 1st. So they're thinking ahead. They're thinking about some of the challenges that are going to come up as this law comes into effect, and everyone needs to sort of learn the new procedure. So I spoke with Montgomery County Sheriff Jeff Smith, and he says the laws passed go above and beyond what was already in place for gun owners. So he has some concerns and some questions for the governor's office regarding some of these new laws that are going to be put in place regarding safe storage and how the gun needs to be placed into the police car. Other issues like that are going to come up for police that they say just aren't clear at this point. And at 4 o'clock, we'll hear more from him and also hear hopefully from the governor's office, which I've reached out to try and get an answer on when those gun owners and law enforcement officials might get some answers to their questions.
Okay, Stella, thank you. We look forward to that story starting at 4 o'clock. All right, moving on here. We have another story that I'm working on today with National Grid. Imagine receiving, your utility bill, as you always do every single month, but it's hundreds of dollars more than you're used to. Well, if you received that bill recently, you're not the only one. 3,000 other people in upstate New York also received that bill. We talked to a man who was one of those people. His bill was over $600 when it should usually be around $34 this time of month. He thought at first it had something to do with his gas usage. He thought maybe he had a gas leak, but when he called National Grid, it turned out not to be that. We have National Grid's response starting at 4 o'clock, and what they say was the problem with 3,000 people receiving the wrong bill. And now let's move on to weather here. It's been a pretty nice start to the week. Paul Caiano, we had a long stretch of that heat, just hot days in the 90s. And now finally I stepped outside yesterday and today, and it seemed a lot cooler. Is it going to continue for the rest of the week?
Yeah, refreshing, right? I mean, the dew point's down. It's kind of like satisfying, right? You go outside, you can breathe a little bit, not as stifling. So, I think at least for a couple more days.
Come out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, some of that humidity is coming back, not the intense heat, but we'll get into some more humidity as the week goes on. Look outside Saratoga Springs right now. Tessa, you can see a fair amount of stratocumulus clouds here just building in. These are not rain clouds, just fair weather clouds on the CDPHP first warning cam. It's 77 degrees, so it's certainly comfortable, and it's dry on the first warning live Doppler radar. No problems with any rain showers today. And most everyone's still in the 70s, even some lower 70s with thicker clouds, southern Adirondacks out in the Mohawk Valley, even out into the Schoharie Valley, some 60s here as we head into the early part of the afternoon. But this is the main map here, the dew point temperature. When it's in the 50s, as it is across the region, that's what makes it a lot more comfortable and bearable out there. notice on the satellite radar view, no rain, but we do have that streamer of clouds coming through. So even though high pressure is in control and we will be dry, a fair amount of clouds will be mixed with sun for the remainder of the afternoon. Tomorrow we'll bump it up to the mid 80s, and then the humidity is going to start to come back a little bit later in the week. So another nice day, warm with low humidity on Wednesday, a lot of sunshine right through the afternoon. And then on Thursday, as the humidity builds, we're going to start to get involved in some showers and thunderstorms here by the middle of the day. So we will look for some unsettled weather, not for everyone, but a few showers and thunderstorms will pop with increased humidity by Thursday and lasting into Friday as well. So comfortable tonight, 57 with clear skies, back into the 80s tomorrow. And then as we get into the next several days, you'll see temperatures staying in the 80s after that front comes through. The weekend looking great. Temperatures climbing well into the 80s by Sunday afternoon. So nice stretch of weather, a little hiccup there on Thursday. We'll time out those showers and storms for you as we get closer. Tessa.
And Paul, for that humidity that's coming later in the week, is it going to be as bad as it was last week?
The humidity will be high, but the temperature is going to be about 10 degrees cooler. So a little bit of give and take. Overall, it'll be more of a typical summer day without that excessive heat.
Okay, so if we can get through last week, this week is a breeze.
You got it.
All right, thanks, Paul. All right, that does it for us on 13 Now. Your latest news headlines from News Channel 13. It's something new that we're starting here at our station. We launched it maybe about a month ago. We're doing this 3 times a day, in the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, and in the evening, giving you the updates of the news you need to know. So stick around. We'll have notifications when we start doing these every single day. There's a notification that goes straight to your phone, and that does it for us.